What is going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision. Today, I have a new episode of Gear and Gadgets for you, and we have some really cool new items to check out. While we're getting started, let us know down in the comments what your EDC is today. Not only do we have a new gadget to check out, but we have a new company to check out. This is a US-based down in Texas company called Warbo, and I will have them linked down below in the description. They are a brand new company, and this is their first product. This is their, catalog launch. Comes with a nice little sticker, nice packaging here, and what we are looking at is the Warbo Mini Tanto Carabiner. Now let's start from the top with this thing. Warbo Mini Tanto Carabiner. These are going to come in at $49.99. Yes, this is a US company, but this product here is going to be made in China. I believe they intend on making in-house products, but in order to get them off and on their feet, you have to come out with some products that are solid and that are going to be affordable. And I think they're making the right moves here. Let's get some products out there that are quality, that are going to be affordable. And China makes some of the best production knives in the world. So I have no fear, even though this is in China. These are going to be quality control checked here in the United States. We'll start from tip and work to the butt here. We are looking at 14C28N steel, which is fantastic. 14C28N is a stainless steel. It's very tough, very corrosion resistant, which means this is a great steel to have on a keychain type of knife. We have that Tanto profile. We still have some semblance of a pokey tip there for piercing into mail, packages, that sort of thing. You'll even be able to do some scraping and stuff like that because of this Tanto blade. And then we have two edges here. So very, very cool. And something unique that we don't see a whole lot is a decent keychain knife there. I've had a bunch and none of them stick out in my mind because none of them were anything I would want on my keychain. With this having 14C, with it having a reliable deployment method in that flipper tab, having a solid detent, and a reliable liner lock here, and the ability to lash this to your keys very easily. You don't have to mess with any key rings or anything like that. You can just casually slide it on your key ring, boom, it's locked on. If you need to take it off and put it in your pocket or on a belt loop or down in a pack, you have the ability to just easily take it off and do that. We are looking at textured G10 here with a G10 backspacer. We have Torxes holding this all together along with our pivot screw there. This is a cool little EDC gadget right here. We are going to do more on this in the future, in a future Gear and Gadgets episode. I'm going to use it, carry it, check it out, see how it performs, and we will dive back into it at a later date. Next up, you guessed it, a lot of people have been asking me about this lantern, and this is coming in from Flextail, and this is their 3-in-1 camping lantern. We have a 9,600 milliamp hour battery bank built into this, so it's a USB-C in and out. So a battery bank, you can charge it with your USB-C. We have a variety of different lighting that you can do from the main housing there. It's a double click to turn it on. You have a battery indicator there, and you can see mine is charging via that USB-C because I constantly run it. And then you have the ability to turn this thing on. Now, I don't have any water in it, but I can demonstrate for you how this is also a humidifier. This top handle here, you unlock it, pull that off, and you can fill that up with water and also turn this into a humidifier. So we'll fill it up with water here and see what happens. They have a max fill line in there to make sure you don't go over that. Seal that back up and let there be light. And you can also use it humidifier without the top light. So you just go to the first setting. There's a little dial here that you cycle through, but the second setting is going to be that top light. So you get quite a bit of light, and you have a couple different ways you can run this thing. Now, I will have a link to this and a coupon code down in the description. A lot of people have been asking about it. That is the Flex Tail Lantern. Next up, we have a brand new flashlight that just hit the market. This is coming in from Nitecore. It is their new EDC 31. Now let's get this thing out of here. If you're not familiar with Nitecore, they make some of the absolute best flashlights in the game, and in my opinion, they make the best battery banks, bar none. Yes, even better than Anchor in my opinion. Now the EDC series, a lot of people relate the EDC series with Nitecore to their rectangular flashlights because they have several. They have the 23, the 25, 27 UHI, the 29. So there are several. This comes with a USB-C cord and a wrist lanyard as well. Now, what's interesting about this light is this is a built-in battery. So you cannot take the battery out of this flashlight. But what's really cool is we are looking at an aluminum body with a ton of texturing. We have a semi-cannulated bezel here, a deep carry clip. We have a nice little doorway here for our USB-C charger, and that is all waterproofed internally. But you see here we have this little switch, and what that switch does is you can activate it, and that is going to prevent this light from coming on in your pocket accidentally. And there's very few flashlights out there that solve that problem, and that is going to be an awesome versatile aspect to this flashlight. And you can see there it says locked. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little lock symbol in there showing locked up. Now this textured tail button is going to have a nice wide area, and it should be, yeah, I was gonna say it should be just a simple press to turn it on, and then it's just going to be, oh, I see, there's a double press and then a single press. So you have single press, which is going to cycle you through all your modes. We are talking about a 3,500 lumen max output out of this bad boy. And then once it's on, I don't think you have to. That's the thing about the EDC lights is they make them very simple to use. We also have a battery indicator up top, which is really nice and really well thought out. I wasn't expecting that. So that is very, very nice. Basically, what these couple of products are telling me is, at least these two, these are products that you have no excuse not to have at least a nice little knife with you, a nice little flashlight with you. And there are so many options when it comes to flashlights. And every month there's new flashlights coming out with new tech in them, better battery life, more power, all that sort of thing. So these flashlights are going to be some of the latest and greatest when it comes to the tech that's in them. You can see that this has the lumen shield in it, so there's a sensor in the light itself. Very, very cool. We are going to take a deeper look into the EDC 31 as well. What we have up next is a couple of battery banks coming in from Asperex, and they're a company who has a bunch of different tech when it comes to batteries. They make car jump kits, they have battery backups, they have power stations, and this is their new dual set of power banks. They really wanted me to check them out. They know they've watched the channel. They know I'm a huge fan of battery banks, and I am a huge fan. Now, I won't be able to tell you, obviously, right off pulling these out of the box, how durable these are going to be and how long they will hold up. It could take, I've had some that seemed like they were all right, and then they crapped out after like 9 months of use. So I won't be able to tell you how these are going to hold up. They are a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and I have plenty of 10,000s that are a legitimate 10,000. So I will be able to get a very good idea on are these a true 10,000? And we will do further investigation here in the future on how these hold up, because I am constantly, and I mean constantly, using battery banks to keep my phone up and running. Ashley also is constantly using them to keep her phone up and running. So we have a built-in USB-C and a old micro USB, which in my opinion is not a bad thing to have at all, because there are times where you run into that real goofy item that takes the old USB still. So I do like that. And not only that do we have built-in cords, but we have a USB spot so you can plug in whichever cord you want. And we have a USB-C here. Now, that is definitely going to be a charging port, but I don't know if it's also a USB-C in as well. Can you, or a USB-C out, I'm sorry, can you also charge from that? I'll take a look here in a moment, but you see we do have a digital display there on the screen. Let's take a quick gander at this, and yes, it is very nice. So the specs are looking pretty good. 10,000 milliamp hour. We got the input for the C, the USB output. We have Type-C output, Type-C output, and a micro cable output as well. So very, very good. I really like that. So that gives you multiple options, 2 that are built in, and then 2 that you can use, however you see fit. Now, as far as the price for the Asperix double battery bank, for this particular set, the two 10,000s, because they have some other ones as well, these are going to come in at 17 bucks. Now, if these hold up, that is a hell of a deal, because usually a good one is about 17 bucks by itself. Say like Anchor, and the ones from Nightcore go much, much higher in price for their 10,000. So if we're getting a legit 10,000 out of both of these, and these continue to hold up for months and months and months, these would be a good value, good investment. Time will tell, and I will certainly keep you guys updated. Next up, we have a little EDC knife coming in from Dispatch. This is turning out to be quite an episode. Lantern, EDC flashlight, power banks. We got knives out the yin yang. We still got another knife to check out as well. We've checked out some stuff from Dispatch in the past, and I did have the name of this one, and now I forget. I'll pop it up on the screen. But we've checked out a couple of Dispatch knives, and they seem pretty solid. They're very inexpensive. With this particular one, we're looking at textured G10. We have a deep carry clip, and it is going to be reversible. The clip is recessed, but we have a couple of screws, torque screws, that are not. That would be a recommendation to have them just laying flat. We are centered up there, and we are looking at a flipper tab for deployment. Nice drop point blade there. You see the Dispatch on the front, and then these are going to be coming in D2 as well. The last Dispatch knife we had was in D2, and that thing is razor. It came out of the box razor sharp. We will do a further video on this in a different video, and check this out more in depth and check how this thing is going to hold up. We are looking at a liner lock there for our locking mechanism. The detent is pretty solid on this. It is pretty snappy, if I would say. We're looking at a standard PVD coating here. Nice little top swedge that rolls almost all the way to the tip, and it's pretty thin. I would say under 100 thousandths for that blade stock. So good mid-size knife, getting there towards a large size. This ain't quite 8 inches yet though, but this is a good size, and if the price is down there under 40 bucks for this, that is not going to be too shabby. Like I said, by the time you're seeing this, I'll have a little bit more info on it, but I'll pop up the name of the knife, and like I said at the beginning, I'll have links down below in the description. Next up, we have a fixed blade coming in from KHU. And if you're not familiar with KHU, they are a sister brand of Monster and their outdoor brand. And they specialize in fixed blades, from mini fixed blades all the way up into huge choppers. Now, I had no idea what was coming, to be honest with you. So we are finding out together here what we have, and it looks pretty crazy. So we have a pancake Kydex sheath, comes with a large faux tech lock here, and you guys know my opinions on those. And let's see. Ooh, that has some pretty good retention there. And we are looking at a nasty looking karambit in D2 with a black wash finish on this thing. Now, I have tested several KHU fixed blades in their D2, and it is legit D2. It's good D2. Their primary company is a kitchen cutlery company that's been around for a long time. And then they decided to go into pocket knives with Monster. They decided to go into outdoor knives with KHU. So they are really expanding. It's a company who's been around steel and cutlery for a long time, and they are trying to appeal to a wide array of people with both and all of those companies, covering from kitchen to EDC to outdoors. They're getting there. They have a nice catalog going in all departments. The kitchen cutlery company's been around a long time, so that one's well established. But the other two are starting to get a nice little name for themselves as well. That has good fit in and out, a nice kind of pop on the way out, and a nice click on the way in. Let's see here. So you're looking at kind of a 2-finger grab and pull out. Actually, I'd rather be in there with 3 and pull out that way. Now, technically speaking, I guess you would be drawing this like that, right? Right? That's how you'd want to draw that. So for me, I'd want that mounted left side, and then you'd want to pull it out like that. And then you're ready to rock and roll. Defend your mashed potatoes, whatever you got going on, right? Nobody's taking my mashed potatoes and roast beef. Yeah. Nobody's taking it. You guys will have to let me know, what was your favorite item from today? Was it this crazy karambit from KHU? Was it the folding knife from Dispatch? Was it the mini Tanto carabiner from the new company Warbow? Was it one of these battery banks, or both of these battery banks? The EDC 31 from Nightcore? And, or was it the Flextail camping lantern that are very popular right now amongst the G-ballers out there? You guys will have to let me know. Love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to my channel here and you enjoy this type of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe, because I release daily videos just like this. I'll put a couple of new videos up on your screen. YouTube is recommending you go check out that one right there. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.